They are the keepers of a craft, ingrained in the American outdoors. The task, as difficult as there is in professional sports, where the slightest of error can lead to the heaviest of consequence. All efforts off track are executed in order to endure the brutal task upon it. Where few things can replace the basic elements of family and faith. Although they will ultimately be defined by checkered flags and championships, their purpose is greater. They are the backbone of an entire community that simply bleeds motocross. How do you prepare for 24 brutal motos over 12 weeks in the grueling heat of summer?
Excellent, you're amazing, my friend.
Yeah, we got 3 to go.
Last one. Good set. Good set.
The start of the season provides every racer with one thing: hope. Nowhere is that feeling more alive than in the 450 class. With no true favorite, everyone's in, no one's out, and everybody has a chance at the title.
Everybody on the outside thinks this year is wide open, that James is not racing, and who knows, Chad's out testing, getting ready for outdoor season. I don't know. I hope he is. That's good for our sport. Whether it's wide open or not, or if I have a chance this year compared to last year, I keep hearing that. I don't see it any different. I think in the end, when you line up to the gate, you have to step up, make it happen.
Steady and strong, Andrew Short does his training here in Texas. The longtime Honda factory rider will contend for the championship as one of the most consistent riders in the outdoors.
I like it, and I think that's all that matters. I'm pretty much the only one that rides out here, and I think it gets me prepared for whatever I'm going to see at the race.
Also set to compete for the 450 title is one of the most talked about families at the racetrack. Their methods are critical and criticized. However, Father Tony's commitment to his sons, Mike and Jeff, has never been in question.
I thought I was a pretty good rider. Like, I trained hard and I did everything I needed to do to be a really good rider. But unfortunately, I came from a poor family, and the family ran out of money, and they said, get a job. And I always said, you know, if I ever have kids, that, you know what, I will make sure that they make it to the top. There is no doubt that when these guys, before they were even born, before they were ever even conceived, the idea was try to make 2 of the best motocross riders that the world's ever seen.
The Alessis. For years, they have formed one of the most feared partnerships in all of motocross, putting together an amateur racing resume as successful as any in the history of the sport. Although that same success has eluded them here in the Nationals.
You know, it's another year, and I feel like if there was ever a year that I could potentially win a championship, this seems like this would be the year.
If there is a frontrunner for the 450 title, he comes from Team Kawasaki. Factory rider Ryan Villopoto has spent the last 3 years dominating the 250 class. Yet this season, he and his crew will leave the comforts of the smaller bike for the challenge of the bigger 450 machine.
I'm excited. It's going to be hard to top last season, you know, but I think Ryan's in a good position coming in this year. But we race, we don't know what's going to happen. That's why we all line up and do this, you know. The main goal is to just be there every weekend and get as many points as you can.
Trying to figure out where I stand, you know, thinking that you're going to be fast enough to, you know, be one of the top guys. It's tough because you don't know it. Supercross was good on the 450, but, you know, outdoors is more, I think, kind of my thing.
You're getting quicker.
We don't get that much break time. Maybe we get a couple weeks off, and really that's it. Start back up riding and testing.
You know, with Ryan, he brings 3 championships outdoors. None of those other guys do, and that means he knows how to get it done.
Everybody's gonna go fast. It's definitely scary. You don't know who's been training hard, you know, who's putting the work in and who's not putting the work in. You just don't know.
The unknown of where everybody's at before the first round is part of the excitement. It's scary. That's what drives us to work hard and compete. If you didn't have butterflies on the starting gate, it's not much fun, I don't think.
The path to becoming a champion is varied for every racer. Only a few years ago, a different rider took the same road to work every day.
We're at Carmichael's farm, training camp. He's got a nice setup out here for sure. Got all the tools to get the job done. Let's do it.
The ranch still belongs to Ricky Carmichael, and it was here that the man, simply known as the GOAT, used this isolated piece of property to help construct the greatest motocross career the world has ever known.
You know, you walk in there and you realize, hey, you know, this is where he did it. This is where he put all of his hard work in. It's definitely motivation, you know, and to be able to be there and say, hey, you know, if he did it here, then there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I got everything I need here to be that #1 guy.
The proven tools used to make a champion, passed from Carmichael to Ryan Dungey, are simple. A reliable machine, a trusted mechanic, a solid piece of ground, and an unwavering will to twist the throttle. Dungey will attempt to apply the same values to his own career as he enters the season the clear-cut favorite in the 250 class.
I feel like I have that self-driven motivation, and I love what I do, and I'll do anything to make it happen and to win.
Midweek in Southern California. Gone are the droves of fans that usually pack the stands on race day. Yet with only a few weeks to prepare for the start of the season, firmly in place is the intense atmosphere of an outdoor national. Adding to the scene are some of Europe's fastest riders. They have crossed the Atlantic to pose the biggest challenge to Dungey in the 250 class.
When you're a little boy, you just think about your dream is going to be to be a world champion, and then you're going to go to US and try to win a championship there. So when I won my world championship, I just signed 1 more year in Europe, and then I came here, the show.
Thought of by most as the best Europe has to offer, Christophe Purcell has already tasted success in the States. He enters the outdoor season fresh off a U.S. Supercross title. Tyla Rattray has made a career based on the principles of hard work and determination. Those beliefs paid off for the South African-born racer. He is the reigning European champion and here in the States to battle for the U.S. title.
It's a dream of mine to come here and race in America. Obviously, racing is really big here in the States, and with Christoph and Tommy also coming over from Europe, there is a lot of talk about the Americans are better than the Euros. We'll see this year. I've got 100% faith in my training program, and hopefully at the end I can come out on top. I've got a lot of respect for the American riders. I mean, I'm expecting them to be really good.
The foundation of American motocross is the family. As long as there has been racing, there has been mom and dad trading in everything they own to make sure their son has a chance to make it.
We gambled and won, you know. We made it to the pros. A lot of people don't do that.
Yet for unheralded rookie Justin Barcia and his family, a factory ride and a shot at the pros means exactly that. A factory machine and a chance to line up at the gate. Much of the support needed to make it to the races still comes from the family.
So how's life on the road driving around in this thing?
Sucks.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't know if we'll do that next year. Maybe we'll
Yeah, we're
just
not
fly.
doing this next year. I know that I have never worked as hard as we've worked to do this, to get Justin where he needs to go. I'm proud of that.
For the rookie, more hard work is still ahead of him, and he'll prove his place where everyone else has, on the racetrack. After being on the fence for most of the year, Chad Reed's late decision to race the 450 class has created a welcome problem for Team Suzuki.
I know it's kind of close to the season, but it was just decided that he's going to do it. I had the feeling that he wanted to succeed and wanted to win a championship, and that was the main goal. We found a way to make it work.
He'll go down as one of the fastest riders ever to throw a leg over a dirt bike. Yet success in the outdoors and the admiration that goes with it has often escaped him, due to the fact that he spent the better part of his career runner-up to the greatest of all time, Ricky Carmichael.
I want to walk away from the sport knowing that I achieved everything that I kind of set out to. Outdoors is something that's missing. It's no secret that I haven't necessarily enjoyed it in the past years. It's going to be difficult, but I want to be here. I want to work my butt off. I want to work hard with the team and just, go after it, try and win this thing.
Fans here from Southern California have come in droves, and they've set their seats somewhere around the mountains here at Glen Helen. It is a Chamber of Commerce day.
The first race of the year poses questions for everyone.
But you said it's doing it around the whole track, huh? We test all week long. Everything's good. You get to a racetrack, it's always different. The more comfortable he gets on the bike, the better you're going to do. That's why this whole truck behind me is full of parts and try to make that happen.
The pressure to find answers and make it happen has magnified this year. For the first time, the outdoors will implement a one-day format, giving teams only a fraction of time needed to make adjustments from practice to the gate drop.
Last lap, after you looked at the track, you tried going straight up the inside like first practice there.
Yeah, I stayed more to the left, and then I switched over to the right.
That's cool.
Yeah, he said he felt solid.
Dungey was staying pretty far to the right coming down into there.
Oh, was he?
And it looked pretty smooth, so it looked like he carried a lot of speed back up that little hill.
Alrighty.
The 250 class has long been a proving ground, where the biggest names in the sport have laid the foundation for their professional racing career. Rookie Justin Barcia hopes to start his own groundwork here at Glen Helen.
It's incredible. I've been trying to get here my whole life. Finally here and riding with the top pros that you see on TV and in magazines and stuff. So I have a lot of respect for everyone out here. Hopefully they'll give me a little respect too.
Tell you what, folks, get ready to get against the fence and make some noise. You're getting ready to go racing.
And here we go. It is going to be difficult to see as the sun is coming over the mountains here in Southern California.
Barcia, he's going to the front of the pack.
How about that?
The young freshman Justin Barcia has taken the lead.
And what about Dungey? He's running 9th and Porcel 10.
Well, can you believe this? That last lap for Justin Barcia at 2:40, he is just gone. I mean, he is checked out already.
Purcell just bonsai'd Mount St. Helens and picked up a couple spots. I'm not sure of the position he's in, but he's running very, very aggressive right now, effortless on the bike. Tyla Rattray, he's up inside the top 5. I think Ryan Dungey has put a move on a grip of riders.
Dungey's kind of rode around now. He's tired of eating sand and rocks going up the hills. He wants to try to make a push and make a pass on Rattray.
And here comes Ryan Dungey.
Well, Dungey now makes the pass on Tyla Rattray. Dungey moves into that 2nd position there, and he's going to go after Justin Barcia now.
1.5 seconds is all that separates them.
Barcia's being stubborn right now. Dungey is all over him, in and out of the turn. Barcia twists the throttle. They collide just a bit. Is it Dungey? Is it Barcia? Dungey has now moved into that #1 position as the sun comes down over Yamaha Mountain. Ryan Dungey has moved into that #1 position, and the rookie, the freshman, has dropped to #2.
And there's the checkered flag for Ryan Dungey.
That was an awesome race. I mean, from 10th to 1st, and the overall.
When the dust settled on the 250 class, Ryan Dungey stood on the top step, flanked by the 2 world champions. Justin Barcia turned heads by just missing the podium.
Yeah, that Barcia kid's good.
What he did win was more important: respect. It's been said that familiarity breeds contempt.
If you want to film a clown show, film this right here. But Dad, that's a clown show. That's what you got to zoom in on.
For riders Ryan Villopoto and Mike Alessi, they have had up-close personal knowledge of one another for as long as they've been racing.
Where did the rivalry, ill feelings, or whatever you want to call it, start?
Oh, well, that was way back in amateur stuff when we were racing 60s, so that was a long time ago. But it's not even so much that anymore. Like, that's way gone and past. It's just Tony's, he's pretty crazy.
Riders like Ryan Villopoto, for example, as an amateur racer, never won a race when they raced against us. Never. That creates a lot of hard feelings and animosity.
I don't hate him by no means, but I'm not gonna, you know, hang out with him and really talk with him, you know? No, not at all.
Guess who's got the whole shot, Jimmy Hawley?
Number 800, Mike Alessi.
Josh Grant holds on to that #2 spot.
And here comes Short, Millsaps, Hahn, Reed, Brown, Cooper, Reardon, Villopoto running 10th.
These guys are going to have to do something quick as Mike Alessi's on a roll. He is pulling away from Josh Grant.
Alessi's just checked out, guys. He is gone.
16-second advantage right now.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
And Villopoto has got around Chad Reed and Andrew Short.
Villopoto is getting very, very close as he is closing in on the 33 of the Joe Gibbs Yamaha.
Villopoto jumping to the inside. He makes it stick. He passes Grant.
He took him wide. He played a little rough there.
And that was a great pass. He had to do it. If he's going to get up there and try to catch Mike Alessi, he's got to pull the trigger and make a pass like that.
Villopoto on the clock, the fastest rider, and things are starting to get a little bit closer. He's made up quite a bit of ground on that lap. I know we're running out of time quickly, but this one is shaping up to be a barn burner at the checkers. Oh my goodness, and things to separate them. Here go the riders on the far side of the track.
He's right on the back of Alessi now. Oh, he just tripled by him.
Villopoto jumped past him into the lead. All eyes have been on the battle up front as Ryan Villopoto has almost done the unthinkable from 16 seconds down.
That checkered flag comes out, and Villopoto clenching his fist. I think people are going to walk out of Glen Helen and say, wow.
It was tough. You know, I didn't get the starts that I really wanted. And that whole time I was watching where Mike was, and I didn't know if I could catch him. Once I started cracking into it a little bit, then I knew that I could get him. But at first, no, I didn't know.
He don't have it. He's a sprinter for about half a lap. Dude, he worked.
You can't win the championship in the first race, but you can definitely lose it. After Glen Helen, Andrew Short's chances were in jeopardy, as was Team Suzuki's Chad Reed.
It's outdoors.
I don't know for Gotta go back to school.
As the weekend comes to a close at Glen Helen, the die has been cast for a battle that will wage across the American outdoors. Next time on the Moto, inside the outdoors.
I really think it takes one person, a parent, to be totally devoted to it.
You understand, I'm not leaving here until you have 5 starts, 5 hole shots.
Mike Alessi with one of his patented hole shots.
Purcell will take the Moto win. Villopoto running 10th.
You know, we heard he had a little bit of a tweaked knee possibly.
All I know is I saw the big Kawasaki semi driving out of here. That's not a good sign.